name is Rituparna and today I am going to explain the concept of float and sink. So the objects which are less dense than water, they float on water, and the objects which are more dense than water, they sink in water. So we will see, I have took a glass of water and I am going to put leaf in it, and we are going to see whether it floats or whether it sinks. So I have put this leaf in it and it is floating on water because it is less dense than water. So now I will put a pebble in water and we will see whether it floats or it sinks. So as we seen that the stone is sinking in water because it is more dense than water. So we seen this that the leaf is floating and this pebble is sinking. So we will see some more examples, like if we will put wood on water, then it will float, and like apple we will put, it will also float. So if we will put balls, balloons, sponge, if we will put in water, it will float on water. And if we will put coins, pebbles, rocks, marbles, and stones, if we will put in water, they will sink in water because they are more dense than water. So we seen these examples. So thank you.
I am Kachendra. I am here to explain the fundamental of electricity. On the basis of electrical conductivity, the materials can be divided into two groups: conductors and insulators. Conductors, the materials which allows current to pass through them, are called conductors. Insulators, which do not allows current to pass through them, are called insulators. Here I have taken some samples: plastic cap, coin, salt water, thermocol, spoon, pencil, gold ring. Let me explain you for basic circuit first. Battery, which is the source of electric energy. Connecting wires. These are conducting wires with one free end each. Now we will see the conductivity. First, let us check with coin. Here we can see that bulb is glowing. So a coin is a conductor. Now let us check with pencil. Bulb is not glowing, so it is an insulator. Now let us check with gold ring. Bulb is glowing, so gold ring is also a conductor. Now let us check with plastic cap. Bulb is not glowing, so it is also an insulator. Now let us check with salt water. Here we can see that bulb is glowing, so salt water is conductor. Now let us check with thermocol. No change, bulb is not glowing, so thermocol is an insulator. Now let us check with spoon. Bulb is glowing, so a spoon is also a conductor. From this we infer that generally metallic objects are conductor and things like thermocol and plastic are insulator. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Shlok Patil. I am studying in 6th B class. My school name is Appasad Vinayak Public School Sali. So friends, we are doing science activity. My project is filtration process. What is the filtration? I will tell you about filtration. The process by which is very fine and insoluble solid can be separated from liquid solid mixture by passing it through a material like the filter paper. The liquid obtained after filtration is called the filtrate. Now I will perform the experiment to show you the process of the filtration. How to make a water filter. Cut the bottom of the bottle, make a hole in the lid and place cotton Then grind up the charcoal from campfire. Then place in a layer of sand. Again place in a layer of charcoal. Again place in a layer of sand. Again one time place in a layer of charcoal. Again to make a layer of sand and some layer of stones. So the filter is ready for use. Run the water from the nearest pump through it. Now I am pouring the dirty water in it. See friends, water is coming out. This filter really works awesome. Clean water is coming out. See, water is pure. Then see, observe the process that filter works. Sand hold the solid particles and stone hold the big solid particles and charcoal absorb the main pollutant. So friends, our filter is ready. This process is called the filtration. Boil the water if you want to drink it. Thank you. So friends, as we can see here, clean water is coming out. This process is called the filtration. So friends, our science activity is completed. Thank you.
Good morning friends. My name is Sanvi Rahul Manglekar. My topic is human skeleton. The human skeleton is the internal framework of the human body. It is composed around 206 bones. The human skeleton can be divided into the axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. The skeleton helps to protect our many internal organs from being damaged. The skull protects the brain. The vertebra protects the spinal cord. The rib cage protects the lungs. The spine protects heart. And sternum protects major blood vessels. The joint between bones allows movement. The skeleton serves 6 major functions. First, support. Second, movement. Third, protection. Fourth, production of blood cells. Fifth, storage of minerals. Sixth, endocrine regulation. Thank you.
Good morning friends, my name is Arsalan Sami Mujahara. I am from 6th class. Today I am going to tell you about soluble substance and insoluble substance. Before starting my project, I would like to ask you a question. Please tell me some names of soluble substance and insoluble substance. Oh friends, I will tell you. Soluble substances are that substance which fully dissolve in the water. For example, sugar, salt, chocolate powder, etc. etc. Insoluble substance. The substance which doesn't dissolve in the water are called insoluble substance. For example, sand, oil, marbles, etc. etc. Friends, do you want to see it practically?
Yes.
So let's start it. Friends, first I will add some sugar in the water and I will mix it. Friends, you can see this, the sugar is fully dissolved in the water. So it's soluble substance. Friends, we will put now some salt in the water and we will mix it. Friends, you can see this, the salt is also fully dissolved in the water. So it's soluble substance. Friends, now we will put some chocolate powder in the water and we will mix it. Friends, you can see this, the chocolate powder is fully dissolved in the water, so it's soluble substance. Friends, now I will tell you some examples of insoluble substance. Friends, we will add some sand in the water and we will mix it. Friends, You can see this, the sand layer is downside only, so it's insoluble substance. We will mix oil in the water and we will mix it. Friends, you can see this, the oil is not dissolved in the water. It is upside only, so it's insoluble substance. Friends, now we will put some marbles in the water. And we will mix it. Friends, you can see this, the marbles are not dissolved in the water, so it's insoluble substance. Friends, have you understood my concept?
Yes.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.
Hello everyone, my name is Sai Srinivas Koth from 6C class. Today I am going to do the process of hand picking and sieving. So let's start. This is wheat flour. I am taking it in the sieve. I am taking some groundnuts, some chana beans and some poha. Friends, you can see that how from this sieve the flour is coming. You can see this flour. It is fully separated by these other substances. Now for separating these other substances, also there is a method. But first I will tell you how it is separated. It is separated because these holes of the sieve help the fine flour to come downside and other substances outside. For doing the substances separation, I will do hand picking process. In the hand picking process, the large components and the small components are separated. It is very easy. Now here some groundnuts are there. I will remove them by hand. I will pick them and keep them in their bowl. Now I will remove chana. And keep in the chana's bowl. Now you can see that the poha has been separated by thin. Now you can see that the wheat is also separated, the poha is also separated, the chana is also separated and the groundnuts are also separated. And this hand picking and sieving process is also used in our daily life. The sieving process is used near the constructions, in our home, while drinking the tea. Again it is used while making the atta of roti. And the hand picking process is also used while making rice. The unwanted stones, impurities we remove from our rice. This is hand picking and winnowing process. Now,
Good morning everyone. Myself Anisha Jagdish Jajal from 6th. As you know, today we are celebrating our Science Day. On occasion of Science Day, I have done one project of conductors and insulator. So, what are the conductors? What are an insulator? Let's see. The conductors are the materials or objects which provide us electricity. And the insulator are the opposite of conductor. It means which do not provide electricity. So let's see some examples of conductor and some of insulator. So here you can see I have one battery, two wires, bulb and some materials and some water. Okay, so you can see I have joined this wire to the another and you can see the light has gone up due to the battery. The battery provides the electricity through the wire and the light is gone up. So let's see this same process with some materials. Here I have one metal. So let's see does the metal is conductor or an insulator. Here you can see the light has gone up. It means the metal is a good conductor for electricity. I have a steel material. Let's see. Yes, the steel is also a good conductor because the light has gone up. Here I have a wood. Let's see. Oh, you can see that the light has not gone up. It means the wood is not a conductor. It is a insulator. Here I have a graphic. Graphic means a lead of pencil. You can see here. So let's see. Here I have joined these wires to lead of pencil and the result is in front of you. It means the graphic is a good conductor for electricity. So here I have one rubber. Okay. Let's see. The rubber is a good conductor or not. Oh, here you can see the light has not gone up. It means a rubber is an insulator. Here I have a plastic. Let's see. I have joined these two wires to a plastic and the result you can see. The light has not gone up. It means the plastic is an insulator. Here I have iron material. Let's see. I will join this wire. Oh yes, you can see that the light has gone up. It means the iron is a good conductor for electricity. So now you have seen the materials of metal, steel, wood, graphic, rubber, plastic and iron. These are the materials. So let's see of water. I will put these two wires into a water. And the light has gone up. It means the water is a good conductor for electricity. So you have seen that the metal, steel, graphic, iron and the water are the good conductor for materials. And the plastic, rubber and wood are the bad conductor or you can say as an insulator. There are many materials which are conductor and insulator. Okay. So I hope you have enjoyed my project and you have understood what is the conductor and what are insulator. Thank you.
Good morning all of you. My name is Dishan Santosh Shah. I am studying in 6th D class. Today I am going to show you float and sink activity. Take a bowl filled with water. Toss the objects in the water. Check if it floats or sinks. Let's try with ball. Yeah, the ball is floating. Let's try with stone. Wow, the stone is sinking. Let's try with more objects. Eraser, sharpener, coin, button, rubber, tic-tac clip, almond, plastic lid, sketch pen, pencil, rubber band, plastic paper, key, leaf, bangle. Let's transfer all the floating objects in one bowl and all sinking objects in another bowl. All floating objects are in this bowl and all sinking objects are in this heavy objects sink in water. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Harshita Chavan. Today I will perform an activity to check whether the given substances are acidic, basic or neutral. With the red cabbage indicator. You might be thinking that why am I using the red cabbage indicator? Why not the others? And does it have all the chemical values? Which is the turmeric, litmus paper, China rose solution and phenolphthalein solution have? And the answer is yes. So let's start the procedure. Here I have taken 6 glass containers. It has different substances like Sprite, vinegar, bleach, baking soda, sugar solution and water. And now here I have taken the red cabbage puree and I have removed water from it, and now I will use it as an indicator. So let's pour this solution in each of the substances and see the result. And as we see the result, the substances which are to the range of red color are the acidic substances, and those are Sprite and vinegar. The substances which are to the range of yellow and green color, those are the basic substances, and those are bleach and baking soda. And the substances which are to the range of the blue color are the neutral substances, and those are sugar solution and water. And I hope that you understand my activity of checking whether the given substances are acidic, basic or neutral using the red cabbage indicator, which is a natural indicator. Thank you.
Hello, I am Shravani Patil from class 7th. I am going to explain the process of conduction of heat. First, I will tell what is conduction. The process by which heat is transferred from the hotter end to the colder end of an object is known as conduction. Generally, in solids, heat is transferred by this process. To understand it in a better way, let's perform this activity. You will need 2 bricks, 1 iron rod, some pieces of wax, iron nails and a candle. Now put the one end of the rod in between the 2 bricks. Now stick some pieces of wax. Stick some iron nails on the wax and burn the candle. Keep the flame near the other end of the rod. After some time, you will see that the wax nearest to the flame will melt and the iron nail will fall. This is because the heat energy transfers from the hotter end to the colder end of an object. Do all substances conduct heat? Well, no. Substances which allow heat to pass through them are called conductors of heat, and the substances which do not allow heat to pass through them are called insulators of heat. The examples of conductors of heat are iron, copper, steel. In short, all metals are good conductors of heat. And the examples of insulators are plastic, air, wool, etc. For this, we will need one hot water. You should take one hot water in a glass or in a beaker. Now put some articles such as pen, pencil, divider, steel spoon and a plastic spoon. And conductors are steel spoon and the divider. They will feel hot after some times. And the insulators are plastic spoon, pen and pencil. They do not feel hot after some time. We can see that the now wax will melt and the iron nail will fall in just few minutes.
My name is Chinmay Kestikar and I am from class 7B. Today I am here on the occasion of Science Day to perform my science activity. My activity's name is the difference between physical and a chemical change.
The physical change is a change in which the substance undergoes the change in its physical properties, whereas in chemical change, the substance undergoes the changes in its chemical properties, and usually the physical change is reversible, but chemical change is not. Let's see an example. If I cut a paper into two pieces, I can still use the both the pieces to write, but when I burn it, I cannot use it to write as in chemical. So when I cut it, it is a physical change because I can write it, but in chemical change I cannot use it to write. Let's see an example. Here is chalk dust and some water. When I mix the chalk dust with water, we can use it to write. Now let's try it on the board. This is what it looks like when we write on the board with the chalk dust. Go. Now let's see an example of a chemical change. Here is a glass, some baking soda and vinegar. When I add the baking soda, which is basic, to vinegar, acetic acid, we can see the bubbles coming out of it. This is called sodium hydrogen carbonate. We can see that basic reacts to acidic and it forms new substance, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Now let's see an example of this. When I light the candle, this is a paper. If I cut it into, as I said before, if I cut it into two pieces, I can still use it to write. Now, if I burn the paper, now it turns into ashes. See. Now I cannot use it to write. See. Thank you.
Hello, I am Adarsh Rajkumar Pednekar from 7th B class. On the occasion of science exhibition, I am performing an experiment. My experiment name is acid, basis and salt. I will check some substances. Are they acid, are they base or are they neutral with natural indicator. For that, first we have to know what is acid and what is base. The substances which taste sour are called acid. The substances which taste bitter and feel soapy on touching are called bases. Let's see practical. Here I have acid as lemon juice, base as window cleaner and neutral as water and indicator as turmeric solution. So first I will take turmeric solution and add in acid. Here we can see there is no change in solution. Now I will take turmeric solution and add in base. Now I will add this turmeric solution in water, that is neutral. Here also we can see there is no change in color. So I have checked these substances with turmeric as indicator. Now we will check the substances. Are they acid, are they base or are they neutral with China rose as indicator. I have boiled China rose in water for some time and now I am using it as indicator. First, I will take China rose and I will add into acid. Here we can see the color had changed into dark pink, that is magenta color. Now I will add it in base. we can able to see that color has changed to green. Now I will add it to water, that is neutral. We can see there is no change in color. So thank you for seeing my project.
Good afternoon. I am Arya Maitri from 7th class, and today I am going to tell you about mechanism of breathing in humans using this model. The process of breakdown of food in the cells with the help of oxygen to release energy is called cellular respiration. We breathe to get oxygen, so breathing is a part of respiration. Breathing includes inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation means taking in oxygen-rich air into our body, and exhalation means giving out carbon dioxide-rich air from our body. The percentage of oxygen in inhaled air is 21% and the percentage of carbon dioxide is 0.04%, whereas the percentage of oxygen decreases to 16.4% in the exhaled air and the percentage of carbon dioxide increases to 4.4% in the exhaled air. The number of times a person breathes in a minute is termed as the breathing rate. It is 15 to 18 times a person at rest, and it can increase to 25 times a minute during heavy exercise. So now let us move to the mechanism of breathing in humans using this model. So let us imagine the balloons inside as lungs and the balloon below as the diaphragm. During inhalation, the ribs move upwards and outwards and the diaphragm moves downwards. This increases space in our chest cavity and the air rushes inside, and thus our lungs get filled with the air. During exhalation, the ribs move down and inwards and the diaphragm moves to its former position. This pushes air out of the lungs and thus air is pushed out. This is mechanism of breathing in humans. Breathing is a continuous process throughout our life, and it is carried out by human beings and other living organisms too. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Rutuja from 7. Today I am going to present you my science activity about physical and chemical changes. All the changes that takes place around us are either physical or chemical changes. Let us see what are actually physical changes and chemical changes. When the paper is torn into pieces, we see there is a physical change and the chemical properties of the substance remains the same and no new substance is formed. So this is called as a physical change. When a paper is set to fire upon burning, the paper turns into ash. Ash is a new substance which has different chemical properties than paper, and it cannot be turned back into paper. Such a change in which chemical properties of a substance change and a new substance is formed is called as a chemical change. Now let's see some examples of physical and chemical changes. Breaking of pencil is a physical change as no new substance is formed. Here I have some ENO and lemon juice. When we add them together, we see a chemical reaction. So this change is called as a chemical change. Here I have some water. When we freeze water, it turns into ice. However, they have the same chemical composition. So this is a physical change.
Good morning. My name is Asaf Kulkarni and I am from Upper Birnai Public School, class 7D. Today I am going to show the presentation of my science project. My science project is based on the respiration system in a human body. Now, first I will tell the parts and material used in this project. As you can see, I have made the windpipe by using straws, the balloons for the lungs and the cardboard for the base. Now, we will see the practical and as well as explain my concept. As you see, oxygen is passed through these wind pipes and get reached in the lungs, and the lungs fill up. This process is called inhalation. And in a couple of seconds, carbon dioxide is passed through the windpipe out, and this process is called exhalation. So, as you can see, the process of an inhalation and exhalation comes together is called respiration. During respiration, ribs go inward and outward. This is because during respiration, lungs pump in and out. So, this is caused. Now, I will tell why do we breathe and how do we breathe. Normally, we take in air through the nostrils. When we inhale air, it passes through our nostril into the nasal cavity. From the nasal cavity, the air reaches our lungs. Through the windpipe, lungs are present in the chest cavity. This cavity is surrounded by the ribs on the sides. A large muscular sheet called diaphragm forms the floor of the chest cavity. Breathing involves the movement of the diaphragm and the rib cage. During inhalation, ribs move up and outward, and diaphragm moves down. This movement increases space in our chest cavity, and air rushes into the lungs. The lungs get filled with air during exhalation. Ribs move down and inward, while diaphragm moves up to its formation position. This reduces the size of chest cavity and air is pushed out. I hope you like my concept as well as my project. So take care and stay at home.
Hello everyone, myself Rajeshri Kautekar of class 7th, and today I will show you a demo whether a thing is acid, base or neutral. So by this experiment you can identify the things. So first we'll start with acids. As we all know, acids are sour in taste and they doesn't show any reaction in turmeric. So I have here lemon juice and milk. So when we will mix turmeric powder in it, it will not show any reaction or it will not change its color into red color. So it will show yellow color because it's turmeric. Now next we will see about bases. So bases are bitter in taste and they show red color in the turmeric powder. Turmeric is a natural indicator which we use. So I will pour a little water in the detergent powder and mix it, and then I will mix the turmeric powder into the detergent. As you can see here, it's red in color because it's base. Can you see it? It turned its color into red, so it indicates that it's base in the nature. Now next is a soap water. Here is a turmeric natural indicator, and I will use the soap solution on it, and it will turn into red in color, reddish in the color. It's turning into red color, which indicates its base in the nature. Now next about is neutral. Neutral doesn't show any reaction or it will not change its color. It will show as it is. So I have your water and the oil. So when I will mix the turmeric in the water and also in the oil, it will not show any reaction because it's neutral. So that was all about the concept of acid, bases and neutral things. I hope you understood the concept of it. Thank you.
Hello guys, Sanjana here. Today I have chosen the topic about the different experiment by using the hen's egg. In this experiment we shall see about the water density by using the hen's egg. So for the experiment we need 3 glasses of water. First regular water. In second we are going to add salt, and here in this also we are going to add little amount of salt. In this we are going to add more amount of salt, and 3 egg spoon and even some salt and water. So let's get started. So first of all we are going to drop a hen's egg in the regular water. We saw that the egg soaked in the water or sinked in the water. Now let us try salt added in the second glass. So here now I am adding salt.
Now let us drop a hen's egg. Even also we saw that the hen's egg is floating. Let us try to take. We saw that the hen's egg is floating even here. Now let us add a large amount of salt in the blue glass. Let's dissolve it. Now let us take an piece egg. We saw that here the egg is stuck between in the middle. Why this is so? This is due to the water molecule which fills up the gap between the NaCl plus iron plus calcium. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself Vaishnavi Zadav from Appasai Birnait Public School, and today I am going to perform an experiment on how to make an electric tester. So first you need to take is 9-watt battery, negative and positive wires, a switch, and you need to attach them in such a way that the circuit gets completed. Then you need is LED strips. Even you can make use of LED bulb. Now let us check whether the circuit is completed and the bulb glows or no. You can see that the circuit is completed and the electric current flows successfully, and thus the bulb glows or the LED strip glows. Now let us check with another electric LED strip. Here also you can see that the circuit gets completed and the LED strip glows. You need to wind up the wires in such a way that the circuit gets completed. Negative must be attached to positive. You can even make use of an electric tape to do so. Now secondly, let us check what are the good and bad conductors. As you already know, good conductors are the materials or substance which allow the electric current to pass through them. Now let us check the good conductors and bad conductors. Here I have a screwdriver. The top part of screwdriver is made up of iron and the bottom part is made up of plastic. As you already know, iron is a good conductor whereas plastic is a bad conductor. Now for this you need to take the same circuit and you can make use of a normal bulb or LED strip. You can see again the LED strip glows. This is because the iron is a good conductor of electricity which allows electric current to pass through the circuit. Now let us check whether the bottom part of iron, which is made up of plastic, is a bad conductor or good conductor. You can see even though the circuit is completed, the LED strip doesn't glow. This is because plastic is a bad conductor. Now let us check with an iron nail. So let us do the same process. You can see again the bulb glows. So we conclude that materials like iron, steel, aluminium, copper are good conductors of electricity, whereas the materials like wood, rubber, plastic are bad conductors of electricity. I hope you liked my experiment. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain you about physical properties of metals. But before that, let us understand the difference between metals and non-metals. Difference between metals and non-metals is as easy as difference between color white and black. Metals are sonorous, hard, ductile, malleable, lustrous, good conductors, etc. But non-metals don't have these properties. They are brittle. Now you would be thinking, what is ductility, sonority, malleability and all the physical properties of metals. Let me explain you these properties with some examples. First property is physical state. Metals are solid at room temperature except mercury, because mercury is the only metal which is liquid at room temperature. Mercury is used in thermometers for checking temperature of the body. So you can see here, this is the bottle which is solid at room temperature. So second is hardness. Metals are generally hard except sodium and potassium. Sodium and potassium are so soft that they can be cut by knife. If I throw this bottle, it will not break. It is so hard. This is made up of metal. Third is luster. Metals have brilliant shine, means metals have brilliant luster. So you can see this bottle is having luster, means shine. So the fourth property of metal is density. Most of the metals are dense, heavier than water except potassium and sodium, because potassium and sodium are lighter than water and they float on the top of the water. Now fifth is malleability. The property in which metals can be beaten into thin sheets is known as malleability. For example, you have seen aluminium foils. I will show you the aluminium foil. So this is the aluminium foil which is used to wrap foods. So then sixth is ductility. The property in which metals can be drawn into wires is known as ductility. For example, copper wires. So the seventh one is sonority. Now what is sonority? Metals which produce metallic ringing sound is known as sonority. If I take this bottle and if I hit with a pen, you will hear a ringing sound. But if I take a book and hit it with a pen, you will not hear any ringing sound. So this property is known as sonority. Now last property is melting point. All metals have melting point except sodium and potassium because they are light in weight. Thanks for watching my video.
Good morning. I am Rutva Shinde from class 8B. I am going to tell you about electric circuit. Electric circuit tells about the flow of the current in a circuit. Now see, here is a simple model of an electric circuit. This is the battery, here is the positive terminal and here is the negative terminal. I have attached here one metal safety pin and one nail. Here is a LED bulb which acts as an indicator to show that the electric current is passing through the wires. Let's check whether the bulb glows or not. Here I am going to touch the both this both metals I am going to touch. You will be able to see that the LED bulb is glowing. This clearly indicates that the electricity passes through the wire and the electric circuit gets completed when we attach nail and the safety pin together. I am going to show you one more activity. This is the bowl of water. If I dip both the safety pin and the nail in water, we will check whether the LED bulb glows or not. Let's put them in. You will be able to see that the electric bulb is glowing. This clearly indicates that the water is also a good conductor of electricity. This also indicates that the metals are also very good conductors of electricity. Thank you.
Good morning. This is Janvi Ladda presenting an experiment in front of you all that is electric tester. Electric tester is used to pick out conductors and insulators. It is nothing but a simple circuit. To make it, we need wires, battery and a LED bulb. Firstly, we need to make a simple circuit and keep two ends of it free. And yes, while joining the wires, we need to make sure that the positive is attached to the negative and vice versa. Once completed, to check whether it is working, Attach the free ends of the wire and check if the bulb is glowing. Now let's start testing. We have pencil, eraser, screwdriver, salt water, tap water and a potato. Let's start with pencil. Well, for pencil, we will be testing the lead of the pencil that is made up of graphite. We'll join the two wires to the lead. The bulb is glowing. That means graphite is a good conductor of heat. And also, graphite is the only non-metal that is a good conductor of electricity. Now let's go with rubber. We'll attach the both wires, but the bulb is not glowing. That means that the rubber is a bad insulator. Now let's check for the screwdriver. Firstly, we'll test the metal part of the screwdriver. The LED bulb is glowing. That indicates that the metals are good conductor of electricity, and already this we have learnt in our chapter. Now let's go for the down part, that is the plastic part. As we all know, plastic is not a good conductor, so the bulb will not glow. We have done this with liquid solids. Now let's go for the liquids. We have salt water here. Now let's dip the wires. The LED bulb is glowing. That means salt water is a very good conductor of electricity. We have tap water here. We'll just wipe the wires. The LED bulb is glowing. That means the tap water is a good conductor. Tap water is a good conductor because it is not pure. It has some impurities in it. Now let's go for potato. I will insert these wires inside the potato. The bulb is glowing. That means potato is a good conductor of electricity. After this, we will see the effect of electricity on the potato. After we keep this for some more time, we will observe that where the positive terminal is inserted in the potato, there will be a blue spot. We can also use this for recognizing the negative terminal and the positive terminal of the wires. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I Piyusha am today here to explain you all about the DNA extraction activity. So let's quickly know what exactly DNA does. Within every living organism, most cells contain a complete set of DNA instructions. The information in DNA tells a body how to develop, grow and work. It also controls many of the features that make an organism unique. So now let's move towards the materials. Materials which we need for this activity are half peeled ripe banana, which is mushed. Instead of banana, we can use other fruit or strawberries. Half cup of hot water, 1 tablespoon salt, half tablespoon liquid dishwash, 1 bag which can be resealable, or if it is not also, it's okay. Cold rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. uh, Now let's start with the activity. Extracting DNA. Let's extract DNA in 10 easy steps. First, let's mash the banana. Let's take the mashed banana and add some salt in water and mix it. We have completely mixed the salt with the water. Now, let's keep this mashed banana, and pour this water into the bag. Now, let's mix it. We'll have to mix the banana till it gets mixed with the water completely for about half minute or 45 seconds. Remember that the water should not be very hot. Now we have mixed the water. Now let's put some dish soap in it. Let's mix it again. We should avoid foam and mix it well. Now, let's remove the mixture. Let's sieve it now. When the water is completely out, now let's pour some chilled isopropyl alcohol or rubbing alcohol. Remember, we will have to pour it very slowly. Now let's wait for some minutes. We should leave the solution and should not move it. Now we will see that on the upper side we will get a thin layer which is slowly coming now. Now gently take this layer on the spoon. And this is our DNA which is extracted now. We can see some amount of foam on it. This over.